Keith,
Yes.
are you ready?
I'm ready for some football.
Perfect. Talk.
Yes.
Talk some football, talk some drafts of the draft. It is our second kind of annual podcast of this type. As we lead into the draft, we figure what better excuse to have several beers on a Thursday evening. Not that you need one.
You don't need an excuse.
No, but we're going to make an excuse, and we're going to tie it into the football draft going on this evening. So, Goblin, it is good to see you. Lucky, I feel you're lurking somewhere up there.
I know. Lucky was here at what, 3 o'clock or something?
Something earlier than that. It was in the 2:30 range here in the mountains in the Pacific time zone.
I was just getting home from work. But thank you, Lucky, for your avid fandom.
He was ready. But yeah, it's good to see everybody here. That tangerine sounds interesting. Yeah, we're going to be getting to that one second. That is going to be the second beer of the evening. We're going to start out with something else first from Pizza Port. I'm going to try and remember to put up all my graphics since I took the time to find 4 graphics today.
Oh, yeah.
Let's actually put them up on there. We also started the recording, so we're actually recording this time.
We have internet connection.
Internet seems, fingers crossed. Don't jinx us. Don't jinx us, my friend. Don't jinx us. If I didn't already say it, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And About Beverages podcast. That's what we do most Thursday evenings. Maybe not next Thursday. I forgot to ask you right before.
Probably not next Thursday.
I was going to say probably, Let's just,
I would say
as much as you want to drink right before the Friday. I know, because you've got things going on. But maybe let's hold it
even
off.
though the doctor says no alcohol before that. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
well, we could drink things that weren't, but that's still probably just.
Let's just do it. Let's be casual.
Chill into
so
it.
No podcast next Thursday. We'll just get that out of the way right now. Crocodile Sushi, it is good to see you both here as well. Obviously, we are both Bears fans, so we're interested in what they wind up doing. Does not have to be all football talk tonight, but again, if people want to talk about that stuff, they're more than welcome to.
Because we realize we're starting lately for a while now. We've been starting at 3:30 Pacific time right now, and so we're a little bit ahead of the draft.
Yes,
so
we're a little bit ahead of the draft.
Probably won't coincide. So
football, my ears are burning, brothers. I knew they would be. All right, let's get the beer out. We can keep talking about that. So,
and this is the only Bears shirt it's the only football shirt I have.
So I would hope you wouldn't have other football shirts.
Well, I might could just have an NFL shirt or
fair.
Who knows?
That's fair.
But it's the only football shirt I have.
So, like the draft that is about to begin, the journey ahead is what we will be talking about.
For several young men is about to go to another level.
Wow, thank you. That was almost a little
too deep.
No, not too deep. Oh. What was the it was almost a little Keith Jackson. It was almost the journey ahead.
Everybody, let me tell you about Keith Jackson.
This is worse than that time I was behind Robert Loge at the airport.
Oh,
no, Sushi. How are you feeling today, Sushi?
We'll
How are things going?
Things too. This happens to be draft day. I think we had that epiphany. I think maybe the year before, which was why we then. Actually,
we followed through with it. The Bears had 2 picks in the top 10, so it was like, might as well talk about that kind of stuff. And that was kind of fun. It was a little weird because obviously we can't play the audio, so it was like I would just turn on the pick for a hot second.
Yeah,
which I was surprised. None of that taken down by YouTube at all whatsoever.
Okay,
so that was kind of funny. Mixed day, but okay at the moment. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're at least okay at the moment.
These are the draft kicks off at 5.
Kicks off at 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. There's pre-show stuff going on right now. Everyone has their mock drafts going on. Yeah. So there's no shortness of NFL football talk as of right now.
Yeah. In fact, a few years ago, it was in Las Vegas, and one of the guys I worked with actually went there. He's a big Eagles fan. He and his dad went.
Oh.
And I remember that.
I think if the weather's nice, it'd be like an interesting event, but it's probably expensive, isn't it? I'm sure.
I would think like any of those, they probably are not missing an opportunity to capitalize on some profit.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, though. I think this year it's in some sort of hellscape. Do you even know where it is this year?
Oh, yeah, it is. And it's a terrible place.
It's in a gross, absolutely disgusting.
The frozen
place. It's in the frozen tundra.
Yeah.
The frozen tundra that has heated tubes under it to keep the field warm. Goblin, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the lurk. Let's just get right to it. The journey ahead.
The journey ahead. Pizza Port has different things they like their seasonals that they come out with throughout the year, and we'll see. Normally we think, it's same beer, new can. Very similar. Lately it's been a little bit different. They've tweaked it a little bit.
What was the age on this one?
This one is April. I think the ones I brought you are April 2nd, I think. So 3 weeks?
Yes, April 3rd.
April 3rd. So exactly 3 weeks ago, it was canned.
Other than the very last beer we do, which is intended to be aged at least somewhat for how long we've had it, this one is a little bit, like I said, all of them are extra fresh.
Yeah.
Especially the one you just
This
brought
month.
today, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yep.
Google says the draft is free to attend, but VIP tickets can range from Whoa.
Oh.
I guess you could probably like stand outside. Like, I wonder what it's going to look like. Is that, like, I don't know if you just go in the gate like you just on the field, because it's at Lambeau. Like,
Oh, it actually is at the field?
I think so.
Okay.
I saw something today where there was I think it was a TikTok about that, because that field is like almost in the middle of the city. Like, because there's nothing else to do in Green Bay. For God's sakes. Like, they don't even have movies there, I don't think. I don't even know if they've gotten talking pictures yet. We'll find out at some point, I'm sure. If they ever telegram us.
Do they have
know.
Wi-Fi there?
I don't know. But they so the houses are like kind of near the stadium in some way. But yeah, everyone was selling their driveways for $100 a piece to park. You could park in their driveway and then like walk to the stadium. I was like, okay, that's some funny entrepreneurship.
Yeah,
I was like,
sure.
okay with that. Baker, a good afternoon, Bevy Brothers. Looking forward to the show. Cheers to you as well. Is anyone else going to be joining us in a beverage? Doesn't have to be alcohol. Is anyone having something tasty, a smoothie perhaps? I've been wanting like I remember I used to get like some Jamba Juice, like some just good smoothies every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't make my own. I've not had one in forever. Do you make your own smoothies?
Every year or every week.
Every year you make your own
Every
smoothie?
week Pocket sets up the process, gets the blender out and does like 3 blenders full and then sets us up for the whole week.
Oh,
And
nice.
Do
you freeze them?
freeze them, and then we take them out the night before and let them thaw.
Oh, okay. So it's almost
pretty-
like an
that's-
overnight oats situation.
Yeah, overnight smoothie.
There you go.
Overnight thaw.
It actually was my porn name in college, overnight smoothie.
Oh wow.
I think does that work? Do we like that? I don't know.
Overnight
I don't know
smoothie.
about that. We used to pay $100 to park all day at the CWS when it was in Rosenblatt. We just parked in people's yard. That's so
College World
funny.
Series.
I've got Coke. Nothing wrong with that.
All
Always
right.
enjoy a good soda.
As long as we're talking about soda.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I've got a line of cocaine right here. I am very excited for it. I just cut it up fresh just for the podcast. Good aroma. I like this. This is nice aroma. Like I said, it's definitely that classic West Coast style. I don't know. Let me see if I've got info here. There are links. Again, put them up in the chat.
I think it's got Nelson and Motueka or whatever.
Yeah. Showcasing the best of New Zealand hops. So this must be all New Zealand hops, and it does not list them there. So I will go to the can because, I believe there was Nelson in here, like you just mentioned. Must be a Raiders fan. Yeah, exactly. And technically lime juice when you look at it the right way. Okay, I like it. I'm drinking some of that Mexican apple soda. Cierto Mondet natural apple flavor. Ooh. I don't know if I've heard of that.
No.
Mexican apple soda. Oh, it's one. Okay. There's some really interesting, unique sodas that you can get at some of the local, like kind of more, not chain, but like, local Mexican restaurants and stuff like that.
Oh,
so I was like, I've never seen that soda before. It's like, what is that? In a glass bottle. What's going on
They're
here?
even selling Keef nowadays. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah. You're just in there, you're selling yourself? What's
No,
going on?
not Keef.
Oh, I thought you said Keith. Okay.
Keef.
Where was it? Canned by Pizza Port. Oh, here it is. Nelson, Cascade, New Zealand Cascade, and Waimea.
Oh,
Waimea, because you'd pronounce the I as well,
Waimea,
correct? Because of the rules of the road, but probably not then, based on how
Waimea?
things go. Waimea. So anyway.
Waimea.
That's really good, actually. I'm really enjoying that.
Nice bitter at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think that's a good start.
Nice hop. Yeah,
I
we
like
made
that we
the
started
right
with that one.
choice. The right choice.
That had to be a Rolling Stones song. You would think that it would be. Yeah, so like I said, obviously a lot of draft talk and discussion going on for the day. I'm just going to be kind of finally ready to be over with. It's like it's like people when the elections are coming up, they're like, God, I just can't wait till I want to vote. I want to do my civic duty and make a choice, but I do not need to hear these ads anymore. It's kind of the same thing. It's like I want to know what my team does, but after that, it's like, please stop. I can't take it anymore. The speculation. This is my mock 4.0 draft. Like I saw one person today. It was funny. They actually had my first and last mock draft. So it was like they only did one. I was like, kind of thank you, sir. Like thank you for doing that.
Nobody ever gets it. What's the closest anybody ever gets?
I don't know.
80%, 70%? I don't know. It's
Because
so
obviously
hard.
you're not guessing. Yeah, because you can't guess trades and all these other
No.
things. You're kind of doing it based on need,
Yeah.
but then they want their board to be right where they have the best player on there.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. What was the other one? I like, are you familiar with Mina Kimes on ESPN
No.
at all? She has a podcast that I really like too, but she does a lot of football stuff, and she her dog's name is Lenny, so her podcast is called The Mina Kimes Show with Lenny. Because every time, every once in a while she's recording, he'll just like walk through the stream, like wherever she's recording.
Nice.
But she does like TikToks every once in a while where she'll do mock drafts, and she would only do the top 10 because that's as far as she can walk with her dog. So she would just do a walk, like a live walk, and she would just list off her top 10. Mina is zestier content and a great blue. She is an excellent Blue Sky follow. Lucky, I'm glad that you and I see eye to eye on that. Yeah, I think she's fantastic. Also, she's pretty amazing with people when they come at her, trolling and stuff like that. So,
See, S, I know what that means.
that's true.
S
plus.
But only S.
Oh, okay. Is that as high as it goes?
Well, no, that's all. That's all like
S is still good.
Oh yeah, still very good. There's even S minus. I know. So
it's true. Why isn't that just an A plus?
Can't wait to.
Can't wait to draft a wide receiver that's girl charges by 3 weeks and doesn't play the rest of the year, and then retires for a rap career,
or gets hurt by Patrick Mahomes and is out for the rest of the year. Wait, no, that was
Well, isn't there something like? Isn't somebody retiring? Is it Kadarius Toney or like somebody's retiring and they're starting a music career already?
No.
It's like you just barely started in the NFL.
Well, but Kadarius Toney kind of had a big fall from grace, though. I think I don't even know if he played last year.
Yeah, that is. Hopefully you make a better pick, Lucky. I like I said, I want all my friends' teams to do well until we play each other. And it's
what was that guy Xavier
Woods,
whoever their receiver was last year? He came on strong.
That guy was fast.
Yeah.
Tony, word has it he's dropped the mic in his first studio appearance.
Not on purpose.
Just like footballs, he dropped his mic
accidentally.
As well.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't mean to do that.
Not intentionally.
That was wrong. Didn't mean to do that
You're
already.
You're worse at dropping at catching bars than you are at catching footballs. Who would have thought? Yeah, that is pretty good.
We were watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood last night.
You like that movie?
I do.
A little bit.
It's in the top 20.
Top 20 all time?
Yeah.
I like it. I could see that. It's probably your favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
Oh, that's for sure. But it was on like FX Movie Channel, and it was uncut.
Ooh.
It had very few commercial breaks. It did have, but it was uncut. But so have you the scene where Brad Pitt throws Bruce Lee into the car? My fucking car.
Exactly.
So that person is a stunt woman?
I've talked to you about that.
Okay, we've talked. Okay,
because she's in Death Proof.
That's okay.
Which is Quentin Tarantino. It was one of the there was those two Grindhouse movies that he and Robert Rodriguez did.
Wow!
And so Robert Rodriguez did Planet Terror or something like that, and then he did Death Proof.
Okay,
and they were played together, and it was like in the I never watched the Planet Terror one, but I guess like at some point in there it was almost like they pretended like that the movie had like been torn and had to be fixed, like a bad movie like would have to be. Okay. And so it was like all of a sudden like 10 minutes of the movie was missing, and when they put it back together, like something else was going on. Like it was like so that was like part of the joke.
Okay.
And then Death Proof is with Kurt Russell, where he's like a stunt driver, but then he's like actually like a murderer, like a killer or whatever.
All right.
But the main character that's in it, because she does all these stunts in it, they hired her because she actually is a stunt woman. So then she did all of her own stunts. Death Proof actually is fun. It's one of my lesser Quentin Tarantino movies, but it's good. Zoidberg, hello. How are you?
So you probably had told me about that too, and I know I had heard, because I know I'd heard that before, and I was talking with my buddy at work who you guys would get. He almost said the same thing verbatim. Grindhouse.
Yep.
They used her because her face was in it so much. Mm-hmm. I mean, all of that.
Yeah, she's
stuff.
doing the crazy stuff, like holding on to the top of the cars, and the car is awesome too.
Crazy.
Like it's fun. It's like you can kind of tell. Like, I mean, I don't think it was phoned in at all. I think it was just definitely a love letter to those style of movies.
Okay, and that's
and there's some stuff that's super goofy too.
I was like, what is Grindhouse? I didn't even know what that is. But then he tried to explain that, but it was funny because
he'd have fun watching it now with this knowledge.
That too. Well, and that if I can find it on one of my streaming services, I'll put it on my list.
You should. I would,
for my time of incapacitation.
Planet Terror was way over. I never watched it. Like I like some Robert Rodriguez movies. Like, he's obviously the Desperado, which I really like because Selma Hayek's in it. And then what else?
Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn is.
We talked about.
Oh
that.
my God, Dusk Till Dawn is. There's a couple camera shots in Dusk Till Dawn that are just some of my favorite things of all time. It's because George Clooney is just like a badass in that movie, and just there's a camera cut that I love at the very beginning, and he's like, because they're like robbing the store at the very beginning, and it's like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. There's like these good close-ups, and it's just really good dialogue, and he tells like the person behind the counter, he's like, because there's a cop about to come in, and he's like, you need to be cool, and they're like, have a hostage kind of in the back, and the camera cuts as he's like pulling the woman's head up, like just off the table, and it's just this quick like whoosh, and it's just this neat overlapping layer of frames switching to the next. I don't know, it's one of those things that every time I see, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. That camera shot is like ingrained in my brain.
I've got to introduce you to my buddy at work. Because
should we do a movie podcast?
You absolutely should. You absolutely should. You could and you should, and yes. Yeah, no, you guys need to meet.
Keith just throws a topic in the middle of the table and walks out of the room.
He doesn't live that far from here. So yeah, no,
okay.
I'll be the moderator. I'll just keep things. You won't need it though. You won't even need it. You'll just keep it going because you'll just be talking without stop. So
it's so gruesome and filled with gore. Yeah, I have never seen it. Like, not that I was again. I just knew at the time, especially, it was like Tarantino was a thing. So and I think I may own it on DVD or Blu-ray. I can't remember.
I can't
probably
find
not
it,
Blu-ray.
If I can't find it for free, then I'll
just look for it next to Sideways.
But yeah,
that's where it'll be sitting. But yeah, no, that one's fun.
Okay.
I saw someone talking the other day about Hateful Eight. Have you watched through that?
I've seen that. Yeah,
I really like that. I watched it when it was in the theater, and then I watched it again, and then on Netflix you can watch. There's like a longer version of it where they cut it up into 4 different parts.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's maybe like 5 hours. Like it's because each piece is like an hour and a half or something like that.
Wow.
They add in some extra, like it's neat because you can watch it, so it's not like you feel like you have to sit there for 6 hours. You can watch
a segment.
Yeah, you can watch a segment, and that one's also really good. But yeah, I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, no, I did see that. Just not a big Jennifer Jason Leigh fan, but there's other people in it, fortunately.
I mean, she gets her ass kicked through most of the movies.
I guess that's true.
Like, well, I don't need to see her beaten up. I just don't like her.
I don't wish her any ill. I don't have any. Yeah. I don't wish her any harm.
She does. I don't know what. Like, I haven't seen her in a lot of movies other than like, what was the classic one with Phoebe Cates?
Yeah, Fast Times at
Ridgemont High. Like, I haven't seen her in a lot of things.
She's in she was Single White Female.
Oh yeah, she's the creepy one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She shoves the.
Yeah. Ooh. Weber's, right?
Yeah. And Brian.
But no, I liked, like I said, she's really good in that because she's kind of playing like this hick outlaw kind of thing, and does a good job. I think it was. Yeah. Like I said, I like that, and all the other characters are so good, of course. Looks like Grindhouse is pay to see on Prime, YouTube, and Google Play. Okay. How much? $3.99? $3.99 is that's gonna be my guess. I have not watched another one of the Man with No Name series. I've let you down. I know we talked about that last week. I was watching.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay.
$4, gotcha.
That's right. Well, that's one of the things I think I will watch.
Man with No Name series. You gonna watch one of those?
You mean the spaghetti western?
Yeah, you're gonna give one of those a try? Okay.
Yeah.
Start with the first one. It was good.
I'll have some time.
What's up, dudes? Cud, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you?
We started watching No Good Deed. It's with Lisa Kudrow and Ray Romano, and
it's about real estate.
Yeah, they're trying to sell their house.
Is that true? Man, that was a good guess.
Yeah,
I was like, because it's like a deed, like your deed.
Good job. Yeah. Dennis Leary's got a little role in it.
Is it a movie?
No, it's on Netflix. It's an 8 episode thing, about 36 minutes.
The Bears.
Yeah, we're 2 episodes in.
Talking a little draft this evening before having our drafts leading up to the draft. So, high hopes. We shall see. There's a lot of wild talk going on right now. We'll see if any of it makes sense, or as long as we don't go too far over our skis, as they say. Same. Also love Caleb Williams. Yeah, like want nothing for the best for him for sure. Obviously, because he's our quarterback. But yeah, he seems like a pretty good dude. I like it, and if he can prove the naysayers wrong, the ones that are out there that just don't like him because he's him.
Those sayers
Always
of
good.
nay.
All those sayers of nay. Exactly. We don't like those people.
Yeah.
They're rude. They're rude. They're horsing around.
Yes. That's cool. As always, their artwork is good on
It
the
is.
can. So
Yeah, I wonder
The
if they have
journey
someone
ahead.
in-house that does all that stuff or what. As long as Sanders goes in the third round, I'll be happy. I don't like. They're saying that he easily could fall to the second, which is interesting. Like, I guess the Steelers may take him.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I'd heard that too.
But yeah, it'd be interesting. Can't stand the offensive coordinator for the Bears. They just hired him. You already don't like him?
Oh,
That's amazing. They just hired him like 2 months ago. Yeah, unless you're talking about the guy that they already fired. They fired a lot of I meant the old one. Yes, we were not a fan of him. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that is 100% fair. But no, new coaching staff, new everybody in there. Like I said, we've got the powerhouses. We've got Ben Johnson. We've got Dennis Allen. We've got all the tools in place.
We've got high hopes.
We've got Antoine Randall L. as one of our coordinators.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was like a big hire this offseason.
Okay.
So it should be good. Kept saying he was building around Fields. Yeah, he was building a wall of stupidity, apparently, of something. I don't know. And then, yeah, they never did. Oh, man. Do we need new glassware, or can we just go to the next one, do you think? Are you going to be able
I think we can.
Yeah?
We can stay with that.
Okay. DJ Moore still there? He is. DJ Moore
What
is
about
still
Keenan
there.
Allen?
What about Keenan Allen?
Is he still?
He is not with the Bears.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's signed with anybody. Does anybody know if
Okay.
Keenan Allen actually signed with anybody? I do not know.
I thought it was a 1-year thing, but I wasn't sure.
It was, and they did not do an extension. So he's a free agent. I would say I don't think I'd seen him sign with anybody.
We just got a little rinse sink over here.
That'd be nice, especially if one built in. He was, honestly, he was like he has been the last several years. He missed 3-4 games with an injury at some point. But then, he had some really good games with, like I said, had a good connection with Williams. I don't think good enough to sign him for the money that he had. But like I said, I don't think that was, like I said, I think that's probably the right choice. It's always sad to see somebody go because he seemed like a good dude and all. But yeah, I don't think for the team.
With the super beard.
He did. He had a good beard. It was strong.
Speaking of good beards, still here.
It still is here.
Yeah.
It's still hanging out.
Yeah.
I still need to get some proper tools, but like I said, we're working through it. Having fantasy for 3 years didn't drop him last year either. He's still he usually used to put up good fantasy numbers just because of the running and everything else. But yeah. Oh, actually, we don't want that one. I think I had it different. Okay, so it's this one. All right. Beer number 2, draft for the draft number 2. Our second round pick, as it were.
Our second. Oh, I like it. Second round pick.
I think I have this right. Yes. Okay. The Coronado Brewing Roca Loca.
We're living La Roca Loca.
Yeah, I don't know. Where does that come from? Was Roca Loca mean something?
Loca's probably the feminine version of crazy.
Okay.
I don't know what Roca is, though.
Maybe that's someone that works there?
Yeah.
Someone named Roca has gone crazy with the Tangerine IPA.
Oh, my goodness.
Tangerine IPA. He is the starter for the Jets now. I wonder who the Jets will pick at 7 to help him out. Or will they help him out at all? Who knows?
Iowa Brew. Oh, I only know offhand of one Iowa brewery, and that's the
Living in Iowa.
The Pseudo Sioux and the
what's
the Goliath? No.
Goliath, yeah,
Goliath. Toppling Goliath. Yeah,
yeah. That's the only one I'm aware of there as well.
That's the only one I know of right off the top of my head. But that one is delicious. They're great, especially we can usually when we find their stuff, it's usually pretty fresh and it's very good.
That's a representation of anything they do, then they're doing a good job. Peachtree is pretty good. Okay. We'll have to definitely look for those. Coronado Brewing, we always enjoy their stuff. It's always nice when you actually can get out to the brewery as well when we head out to California on occasion.
Yep.
Let's see. IPA doesn't say what hops they're using there, but there's definitely tangerine in there. Guardian Down. Good evening, sir. How are you? Where are the Dolphins picking? They are picking at 13. Who are you taking, Guardian Down? Who is on your big board? Shockingly, product of the USA. I think it's made in Coronado, California.
Yep.
IPA 7.3%. Well, that said 7.2, but this is 7.3. I don't see hops on here. Not saying anything specific.
Okay. They're just going for the tangerine, the West Coast, definitely West Coast style, because there's no haze at all.
No.
The lighter in the copper color and
very Stone IPA kind of colored.
Yeah.
Actually, that might even be a little lighter. The Stone one.
This one or Stone?
Stone.
Yeah, Stone probably a little bit.
I think Stone is even a little more toward the yellow. Don't know if you've ever had it, but Brother Thelonious is one of my favorite beers of all time. I've heard that name before. I don't know if
seen.
Have you talked about that before
That's
in chat?
Isn't that,
I swear.
Old Coast or West Coast? It's the same one that makes the old Rasputin, I believe.
Is that is that an Abbey Ale?
California.
No, North Coast Brewing.
North
is it
Coast.
that one?
Yep.
I think we've had that one. Is that the blue label? Yes, I'm over 21. What does it matter? Oh, no, it's not. It's a red label. Oh, okay, I was thinking of a different one.
Thelonious Monk. Yes.
All I know is that there'll be more of Hall of Fame worthy than Devin Hester. Aw,
Wow.
Nice try, Guardian Down. Nice try. Sorry, not going to work. Tastes like it has olives in it to me. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Oh, wow, that is very tangerine.
Very tangerine.
Have you sipped it yet?
Oh, not yet.
Okay, that's just an aroma is like, wow, that is burst.
It's
that
like
is
you're
truly
peeling. It's like you're peeling
It
one
is.
right now.
It's like the oil.
Yep. You get a little bit
that
of
is
that.
bursting with tangerine. Man.
The Roca is Loca.
Are you streaming on other platforms? I do not stream currently on other platforms, but we do put up other stuff on other platforms. Shockingly enough, where's the plug? There it is. Shameless plug. Can always find, if you miss any of these podcasts, you can find those up on YouTube.
YouTube
is a good one. I feel this is time to brag for a slight moment.
Oh.
I had
Many moments.
I had a short that I put up about a week and a half ago, wound up going on YouTube. Currently at 255,000 views.
That's a lot.
I didn't want to brag.
Oh, you
quarter of a million
you should
views.
brag. What did you? Would you take it all off?
I whipped out my I did not.
Wow.
No, that would be I'd be
On
negative.
OnlyFans?
It'd be negative 250,000 views on that one.
OnlyFans.
Anything under this shirt you do not want to see out in the light of day. No, it was Destiny video. Like people just, I think people just liked seeing the particular thing that happened. It's just like one of those things where it's like, oh, I remember those days when this used to work. You know, like it's just a super thing that kind of. But yeah, it was funny.
Wow, yeah. I 250,000 sounds even more impressive than 255,000.
I was wondering that's good.
Yeah.
It's good to workshop there. It's the tether video. Yeah, lucky it was 155 last weekend, and yesterday I was like, oh, I wonder, because I keep getting comments like are coming through that are like, and I'm like, gosh, that must be still being viewed because I'm seeing comments, and like it's probably got one of the most comments we've ever had too on a video. But like, yeah, all of a sudden I like went and looked yesterday. I was like, wow, 255. I was like, damn, all right. That's like 48 cents.
That's
like,
on YouTube.
That's on YouTube.
All right.
Yeah. Planty, how's it going? Good to see you. Are you ready for your travels tomorrow? That's the question. Imagine if Keith was in it, would be over. I know. That's what I'm saying. Guardian down. We need to make that happen. Just all of a sudden, like, actually, it could just be like the same video, but then we just put Keith like superimposed and just kind of have him like moving around a little bit. Guaranteed many more views. Agreed. Wow. That's just, I'm going to have a sip now, but man, this smells delicious.
A little reference to Steve McMichael up there.
That's true. Rip Mongo McMichael as well. Guardian down. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing about seeing it was they kept showing clips of when he was doing the 7th inning stretch.
Oh,
did you see that?
He did a few times, didn't he?
Yeah, but the one time he wound up getting kicked out then after it because he called out Angel Hernandez.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
No.
Oh my God, it's such a great video. Yeah, he's
wow.
up there. He's got literally has a beer in his hand, and he's like, he's like, and maybe if the home plate umpire can actually make a call between ball and strike, we can. And he stands there, and they both like stare at and then he just kind of like it doesn't start the stretch, and is just like staring at him. And then they have clips of Hernandez just looking up, just like it's great. Yeah, it's old. I can't remember when that's, but yeah, he was like literally. I think they escorted him out after that, but. Cheers to that.
Yeah. He's not umpiring anymore, is he? He's one of them there was somebody that actually they basically ushered him into retirement. I think
he was definitely one of those too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That he finally kind of, because I think a couple of the quotes on the videos, like I saw people saying like Mongo calling out Hernandez before everyone else did and stuff like that. Yeah. I still think is it actually in the games? Can they call for a review? Or was that just in spring training?
That was in spring training, and I don't know if that was majors or minor, but yeah, they can't do that yet. Nothing with that happening yet.
It looks like it worked perfectly. Like it was so quick. I mean, they shouldn't even have to do that. It should literally be that with how quick we see it on the screen, they could have some sort of buzz. Like you could easily make that a process.
Yeah.
That, like it would take maybe an extra half second, and you'd get the call right every. Like,
Yep.
Isn't that what you want?
Yep.
You want the times.
That's what you want.
it to not take too. But yeah, they can just literally tap their head or whatever, and they tap their helmet. Have you seen how it works?
No, you were talking about that. I
Yeah,
haven't
so it's
seen
they
it.
stand in, and if they think the call's wrong, the batter, all he has to do, if he taps his helmet twice and they like quickly call for time, they would stand there for a second, and then they would like it would take like maybe like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I think the pitcher should be allowed to do that too. That was the only thing I thought of the other day, because there was a couple where this guy like threw one and it was called a ball, and it was easily a strike, and I was like, man, the pitcher should be able to do that too.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's just the batter. Whatever they are calling the XFL league now, they can challenge holding calls in there. I mean, they go back and forth on that all the time on like of this too. Like, I think some things could slow down the game too much. Like, I don't know. It's always difficult, because like I said, when it's called against your team, it's very frustrating. But at the same time, like if they reviewed everything, it would take forever. So I think you would do amazing live stream. I've thought, like I said, again, my computer currently now just can't handle it, or I normally would do it. So hopefully maybe by the end of the year, if I can upgrade my streaming PC, we could be multi-streaming like all the time, which would make it very easy. So I'll follow up with the raid. All right, Cud, thank you very much for hanging in.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
Go enjoy your gaming.
Luck.
Appreciate
Have fun.
GPU is fine. It's the rest of the stream PC is like practically is 9 years old. So the rest of it needs the upgrade. The video card is totally fine.
So the thought would be to be on Twitch and something at the same time?
Yeah, you can with OBS, you can multi-stream to different platforms. It's really easy if you just pick the same feed. You can, if you have a really good processor, you can actually have like different encoding and stuff going on. But we could be streaming to TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time.
Oh.
And then we could have a separate feed through OBS that then shows us all the chats.
Wow.
If people are in different ones, stuff like that. But like I said, yeah, my PC just can't do it. Like I said, internet, I have enough internet to do it.
Okay.
I do TikTok and Twitch. Yeah, like I said, those are super easy. Like I said, that's definitely not difficult. Again, like I said, my PC would crash under the weight of that.
Huh. Some
days it works fine. Yeah, I have an older Intel one there. My gaming PC is totally fine, but like I said, yeah, the other one needs some upgrades.
That's an interesting thought. To be distributing same stuff. Well, like what was it? What's your thing to create something and then have it working in many different arenas? So
do one PC stream and gaming again. I have certain quality standards as well. Like again, this is kind of a weird discussion, but yeah, like I said. Just because you do it and are able to do it, it could be because of your setup. Also could be because, like, I see a lot of people like, oh, I do 1080p on Twitch. And it's like, you shouldn't be doing 1080p on Twitch because it looks like jit. Not saying you're doing that, but
you
like
should be doing more or?
No, you should be doing less. If you are not a
less.
partner, you do not have the bandwidth to make that look good. And
okay.
I've thought about putting out little things, like I've thought about putting out, because I see a lot of friends and other creators that are doing that. And it's just because they think that's like, oh, I'm doing 1080p 60. It's like, looks like dog shit because it looks all blocky and whatever else, because you do not have the, like I said, just because you have that number, the amount of frames that you have to push out and the amount of bit rate that you have just does not match. And so, yeah, it just looks bad. And I'm just like, man, should I say something? Like, it is what it is. That's their choice.
Are you looking for feedback?
Yeah, that's what I should say. Like something like, hey, you ever look for feedback about your videos? Come ask me about that.
Yeah.
Not sure Bevy's hamster could take that kind of pressure. Yeah, the hamster inside my computer mills definitely could not. It's good evening to you, sir. It's good to see you. Yeah, they could definitely not take it. 1080 with 30 frames, still don't think that's probably a good idea, but it depends on the game you're playing, though. Like I said, the best thing it's always good to do is watch back. Like I said, watch your VODs back. Like then you can kind of see what other people are seeing, see how mixes work. That's the other big thing, too. A topic came up earlier that, like, when I game during the week, like, oh, how come you don't play other music while you're gaming and stuff? One, I think it's distracting. And also my playlist might not be what you want to hear playlist. And sometimes that turns me off to a stream if those don't mesh. But the other thing is too, so many people do not mix all of their things well. Like I said, between their game audio, their audio, and then if they're having music on there too, it's very delicate on mixing that so that one's not too loud so you can still hear the other thing and it doesn't feel like it's drowned out. And a lot of people get it and can do it very well. And then other people, it's like they do that because they see other people doing it. And it's like,
didn't work
because you didn't take the time. Yeah, I don't get it. Don't get too blocky. Like again, depends on the game you're playing, all that kind of stuff. Also, like I said, depends on the bandwidth you're pushing. But yeah, definitely 30, you have a better chance, but it's better to do like, what is it? It's like some weird thing. It's like 900 and I think I do 900p or whatever it is, but there's like 936p is like kind of the highest you want to do and still be just pushing out like the 6,000 bit rate, but way better than watching the same clips of Ward and Hunter on the red carpet. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that we have met those expectations at the very least. That's really good. I like that.
That's funny. I don't like it.
Oh, really? Too much tangerine?
It reminds me of drinking like a tangerine seltzer, like a Waterloo or something.
And you don't like tangerine Waterloo?
But I'll have a tangerine Waterloo.
But now you get alcohol.
But I don't need the alcohol.
But what if you wanted it?
Then I would drink a beer that I like. Yeah, I'm just not. It's funny.
Fair.
You hadn't said anything, and I was like,
I'm enjoying it. Like it's definitely, it's kind of for me, it's tangerine and bitter, so it's almost like tangerine with the pith, like that you're getting that kind of at the back. It's pretty smooth. Like this to me would be like a good like outside pool beer, like just something, because to me it's kind of refreshing. It's just kind of whatever, like I said. But sometimes tangerine like can be like, I don't like what is it? Is it who does the tangerine seltzer or sparkling water? LaCroix.
oh, okay.
I don't like that. Like that one's weird.
Yeah, the orange,
because it's almost so much lighter.
Yeah,
and then that little bit of bitterness or kind of is there. And that one, like if I drink that one, usually if we get it in a pack and I see like, oh, no one else is drinking it, so I'm gonna have to drink it.
Right.
So then I just start like, it's like if I have one, it's like I literally like chug it. Like I'm like, how fast can I drink this? Like almost like medicine.
It's just water. It's just water.
Yeah, kind of.
And that's kind of how orange and orange adjacent citruses can be to me. No, I get that, because sometimes if they're not done right, they can have either a medicinal or just sort of a fake kind of something going on. And I'm not saying this has a fake. I'm just, there's something about it that makes me think, oh, I'm drinking a tangerine or a tangerine seltzer. Oh no, I'm not. There's a little beer at the end. Yeah, it's a little disjointed for me.
The little bit of maltiness that's in there is kind of helping out with that balance. But that's like, that's totally fair. I'm sure one of the terrible vodka seltzer. Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Yeah, we've done something over the years that had, even kind of recently, I thought we had something from maybe something that was given to us that was a orange or a tangerine seltzery something, but yeah.
So scary news, but thankfully like okay news this week. Westward Whiskey had to file for Chapter 11.
Oh, that is scary news.
Thankfully, it's Chapter 11, Section 5, so it's restructuring. I guess they had just done this expansion because they had gotten money, and then whoever gave them the money like decided to pull it back. After they had already done it. Like, so kind of, like again, it doesn't seem like it was anything that was directly their fault. Ghost, how's it going? Good to see you.
Hey,
Happy
Ghost.
Thursday evening to you as well.
Welcome in.
But thankfully it said they're doing that. Operations will continue. Everything is fine. Like, I was like, okay. Because I was like ready to go to the website and order everything I could.
Yeah.
I was like, Keith.
Well, they're having to go out of business.
We need to take out a loan. Yeah. You need to help me cover this. Like, we need to order $600 worth of whiskey right now.
Did you see that Frey Ranch email a couple weeks ago that was talking about?
I did. They're doing the one in the box. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Saturday, it's at the distillery, but then they're supposed to put some in the web store.
Yeah, that's
so
what they were saying.
It's like a 4-grain.
It's like 100. 200 something, I think.
Oh, is that how? I didn't see the price.
It was pretty expensive. Yeah, and it comes in like special box with certain embossed seal or something. It does look cool. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
There is actually our local Tap and Bottle. I don't know. Are you familiar with Tap and Bottle?
Oh, I've been there.
Okay. They have actually a Frey Ranch store pick, and you can pre-order that now, and it comes out like the 6th of May.
Okay.
109. Okay. It was low 100, like
so it's something that they
tasted, picked. They said we want that barrel, and so they have a store pick.
All right, good for them.
Is that something we should try? I feel that's something we should try. I feel it might be tasty. Tangerine. So Tangerine IPA, two sides of that coin right now. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I like it. It's pretty light. It's pretty smooth. A lot of tangerine in there flavor. Keith, not so much.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to finish mine.
Okay, that's a good time. We can take a break then, right?
That'll be
perfect time. We can
it's
we need a different set of glasses.
It's a little too much like a tangerine sparkling seltzer, sparkling water for me. There's a few different. They just don't sync up, and I'm not appreciating the effort there. So,
Chapter 11 is for reorganization, but is subject to supervision of the trustee. If the trustee doesn't like their plan, they could move to dissolve them. I don't know if they already got past part of that because at least the video they put out. and then other things. But it's so. What's the difference then? Mills, since obviously you're much more knowledgeable than I am on that, because it was like chapter 11, subsection 5. Does that make sense? There was. I'd have to go look at the article, or maybe if you look at it, like I said, if you happen to search for it, it was Westward Whiskey. If I can find it in the chat. Prague, how's it going? Good to see you. What drinks are today? Oh my gosh.
I love that.
What
howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy, y'all.
Perfect
Hey, y'all.
question. We're doing our drafts as we lead into the NFL draft. So we're having 4 beers. It is all beers this evening. Let's see
Things you might, they weren't on draft for us here, but they're things you might find on draft.
Sure.
Because they are beers. Yes.
All right.
Another.
I know.
What a headline. Wait, what? No.
It was this one. There was one that had maybe this one had better information. No. Maybe it's this one. Chapter 11, subchapter 5. Here, I found the article here. You can, this is the one that I saw. But again, appreciate always the extra knowledge if you want to look at that. That was the one that I saw where they talked about it. But yeah, Prague, it is good to see you. Yeah, why don't we take a break? Want a little snack?
Yeah, a little palate cleanser, as it were. Okay.
Tried Juicy Monkey from Victory, and it was delightful. Oh, we used to like that. Was it what was
Victory?
From Victory Brewing was the Sour
10?
Monkey? No. The 10. Yeah, what was the?
Yeah, God, I had one of those in my fridge for a long time. We finally got rid of it, or finally drank it.
Wow, I was like, got rid of it.
No.
Our other brother hates
Victory is
that.
good stuff. Was
it Sour Monkey? What was that called?
Brass Monkey?
No,
wait, no.
That's a Funky Monkey, though.
That's a Funky Monkey. Yeah, sour. Okay.
Sour Monkey, yeah. Well, because actually this came up the other day. I was talking with Prague in chat, and they were talking about that. And when we went to the beer tasting, they were mixing that with something else. Remember it wasn't the brewer, but it was like one of their reps there was like, oh, I like doing this and this. We're like, sure. And we went back there like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah,
that
was a good.
But it was a blend. Was it that and some IPA of there? I can't remember what it was, but it was delicious.
They have I think it's the Victory IPA, right? Yeah, Victory. Yep.
Yeah, they have the Victory IPA, but it was the Sour Monkey. It was that with something else because I remember, because then we wound up going and looking and bought some. Well,
and they had, like I said, there was that. At that time, it may have been like a 10-year anniversary or something. I thought it was called 10.
That could be.
They've got Sour Triple. Oh my goodness.
That's right, because it was kind of sweet too with that. Yeah. And then I think it was really good. I wish I could remember what the other beer was. I was hoping that your memory, which is usually better than mine for those kinds of things. Did you make notes back then? Is that something you would have made a note of on your phone?
Not while we were at.
On your phone, you wouldn't have quickly
No, I wasn't that advanced.
Oh my gosh, I see how.
I may have been wearing this shirt though. I'm not sure.
I may have had on some other shirt.
I have pictures.
I have on my Boba Fett shirt.
You had long sleeves on, I think.
I did. Well, it was windy. Yes. It was windy that day, my friend. Like an old man trying to send back soup at a deli. All right. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have one more IPA before we go to the dark side.
Before we make that leap on the arc.
Oh, leap. I get it on the next beer. That's clever.
Oh.
You'll understand what we're talking about.
Yes.
And we are back with that right there. Guardian down. Thank you for the 43 months of subscribing. Did you know the famous riff from Smoke on the Water was an inversion of Beethoven's Fifth? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Did you also know that if you are allergic to seafood, that when a one-night stand gives you crabs, it's usually not an allergy reaction?
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Guardian down, always coming thin strong with the 43 months. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Good to see everybody here once again. Carnage, it is good to see you as well. Subchapter 5 looks like a good deal for them. No input from creditors, and the trustee has more limited roles. Seems designed to allow a small business to put quick hold debt collections so they can figure stuff. Yeah, that was kind of like, again, from a very layman's perspective, that was what I had kind of saw in that article. Okay, Bills, thank you for taking a look at that too. I appreciate that, you getting your eye so that I can be more informed. 43 holy months. Holy crap. That's more than 42.
It is more than 40.
That is higher than 42.
Hide your women in your corn.
That's true.
If Lucky is here.
Lucky is still
I
here.
don't know.
What's also a higher number is draft pick number 3.
Yes.
By About Beverages this evening.
Oh, draft 3.
Draft
the pick is in.
number 3. The pick is in. It is from Pedal House Brewing, one of Simba's favorites. When she's been in here before, she mentioned that her brother being in that area had talked about it. She's like, oh my God, Pedal House. I know that place.
Yeah. In the Phoenix area.
Will this be our at least my second beer, I think, from them?
Yeah, because I brought the Day Drinker, the light lager.
Yeah.
We started with that.
So this is their White Rabbit Hazy IPA. Keith, how fresh is this beer?
This beer is so fresh. It was canned.
How fresh is it? Oh.
It was canned less than 10 days ago, 9 days ago to be exact. 4/15/2025. Just received today at the store.
Amazing.
Yes.
I should have had a little ESPN chime when the pick is in. That would have been funny. Ding, 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 ding,
Well, and we traded. We traded picks actually. we traded this one down
behind the scenes. We
or
did
up,
actually,
depending on
yeah, we actually did a trade down for this one to try it. And actually, so now you're thinking maybe you wish you would have had this one at 2, but now you're probably glad you're having it at 3.
I'm glad that we're having this at 3. Oh yeah.
That beer is more fresh than New Edition.
Oh wow, New Edition. A New Edition reference. I love it.
You want to sing some bars?
Cool it now.
That's all I don't get.
Mr. Telephone Man. I had that.
Leave a number when you call.
I had that cassette actually. No.
That's not that one.
I had that cassette, and then I had I think the next one when Bobby Brown had left, and if it isn't love, why does it hurt so bad? Yeah, that was good too. I like me some New Edition. And then there was Belle Biv DeVoe. Now you know.
This girl is poison.
Poison. You had that.
Poison. Oh, you didn't watch Always Sunny. Never mind.
Poison.
What's a cassette? This son of a bitch right here.
Absolutely.
That beer may be fresh, but it'll never be as fresh as Andrew's beer. That's true.
That's correct.
It's true.
You'll let it grow out
What
to here.
What if it just turned into a very full goatee? Like, what if we got rid of this? What would chat say? What would if I
turned it into a handlebar?
If I kept all
turned it into a Fu Manchu.
No handlebars.
Just a mustache.
Decent sideburns and just kind of because this part's the part that's like annoying for me to keep trimming. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'll keep doing it if that's what chat wants. But that is discussion in the beverage household. I was like, yeah, I think, and like my wife was like, well, you should do it. I was like, well, I don't know if chat might not like that.
Well, you don't want to alienate chat, that's for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
A New Edition tribute band with me, I could be up for that.
That's what I'm saying. Just like this, like if I went more, had it go, full and out, but then just kept being able to shave this part out.
Just shave this part, keep the mutton chop. No, I was kidding.
Oh my God.
Mutton
That's
chops.
even more work.
Mutton chop jazz.
I say hold out for the Santa Claus beard. It'll take a while. Especially if I want to match Mills's good Santa Claus look. That'll take time. Strong mutton chops. With Mike's placement, we never see the part of your jaw. I know. That's what I was thinking. Like, you kind of never see it anyway.
Now you do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then just let the goatee grow. Yeah. Oh.
There you go.
Or just mustache.
We'll never notice. I'll do something where I'll turn to the side and Lucky will be like, you did it. You shaved, didn't you? You son of a bitch. Right,
sounds like you're getting a lot of positive feedback on just going for the goatee.
That would definitely be nice. I would handle So let me pour the beer. This conversation's going further than I thought. I could not go handlebar, but secretly with the way how this beard has grown and everything has grown, like right about this area, if I'm goofing around, I can get this to stick out like about this much.
There you go.
Like it's a good amount of I could do some a little bit of the Raleigh. Was it Raleigh Fingers? Was that who had it?
He had that, yes. Chef here in Tucson had that. One of my coworkers rocks one too.
Oh, really? Does he do all the wax, like the whatever it is? Like you got to put stuff in things. Oh, I must.
He must. That's right.
Tombstone cosplay incoming. I should do that. And then, like I said, if I ever wind up getting rid of all of it, I have to do that before it and then do the Red Dead playthrough and just have that going the whole time.
Oh yeah, got to get a hat though.
It's true. Yeah, I could. The handlebar is honestly half in play. I don't want to exaggerate. It's definitely half in play, more than I thought it ever would be. Honestly, an 80s chips mustache would be the way to go. That's not happening unless it was a huge sub incentive. That would have to be a huge incentive. Handlebar into mutton chops would be lit AF. That's true. What's funny about that though too? It was the guy that's now the master distiller with Blackened. Remember the last time we did? So when we did their it was their cask strength one or whatever last time, and that was when he had kind of taken over. And we were like, oh my god, the mutton chops I could swing from. Like, remember how thick and like huge? Like, it was nuts. Name your price and pass my credit card.
Whatever they want to see you in at ProneCon.
That's right, exactly.
Whatever it is,
exactly. What kind of facial hair do you want to see at ProneCon? That's what we have to figure out. Yeah, the Tombstone cosplay would be strong. Well, I love this aroma already.
I haven't had a beer that smelled like that in a while. I miss that. I do love the hazy.
I do too.
I do.
That smells delicious. What are you getting out of that?
I don't drink much beer anymore, but I
think we're missing out sometimes on some tasting notes. What are we getting here?
Some peach?
Yeah. Peach. Something a little sweet in there too. There's like
bright, it's almost like there's almost a lemony brightness in there. Yeah, there's something a little sweet.
Shave your beard at ProneCon and give it to Prone to wear as a toupee.
Oh, wow.
That would be funny. I don't know if I have quite that much hair because he's got a decent sized bald head. It would be a lot. Maybe someone else would have to shave something. Shave other areas might be enough. Are you fine with lots of curly hair on your head?
It's multi-textural toupee. Many dimensions.
Did you get a perm?
Yeah. On the side, it's curly. On the top, it's pompadour.
The short and curly. I truly have you by the short and curly.
What is that from? The first time I heard that was in a movie, and I was really
was that in a movie? Okay,
really got me by the short and curlies.
Prone's head would look like a calico cat. Yeah, that is just a great classic hazy IP aroma. Ooh, a little more lemon.
Yeah, there was a brightness even in the aroma.
Little lemon, little peach. The peach is kind of still there. Yep. I thought it was almost going to be a little bit sweeter, where it's not. This one kind of, for me, leans a little bit into the tart, smooth, a little bitter at the back. That's nice. Yeah. That's really good. Pedal House is 2 for 2. Wasn't that a scene in A Million Ways to Die in the West where Seth MacFarlane tells Neil Patrick Harris he wants the connected mustache mutton chop, but he can't afford it? God, that would be... I forgot about... I've seen that movie once, and I haven't seen it.
I liked it. It was good.
I enjoyed it.
It's just silly.
Bill Maher in his most prolific role.
Bill who?
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher's in there?
Isn't Bill Maher in that? Like, isn't he the one where he's picking up on like the girls who's like 10 or something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Right? Am I wrong? Anybody?
You could be right.
Someone like that. I feel that's like a scene, right? Isn't that a whole thing where, because she's almost talking about how she's like over the hill because she's 12 or something like that, and he's like, no, you've got a few years left, and you're like, you're good, you'll find someone or something like that. Some reason that's got to be in something for sure.
Yeah, that's good. It's different than. It has a very familiar and similar aroma and taste, and then yet it takes it that lemony brightness is something
I like
different.
Yeah. I like that kind of difference because a lot of times it'd be like, okay, that's good. It's still got the sweet and the peach. Like I said, yeah, for me, I didn't get it as much in the aroma that you were picking up on, but yeah, it hits. Like I said, middle of the tongue. Like I said, just kind of a nice light lemon sour. A little bitter on the finish.
They do a Pilsner that I've had that's good, and we just started carrying that. They have another one. I think that's like a cold IPA style that fits as a really
cold lager
kind
of thing.
No, like
it's an IPL.
I don't know if it's an IPL, but he said it's done a little differently. I forgot what it was called, but he said I think we looked it up the one time we tried the Pedal House. We tried that, and he's a slow ride, maybe? No.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood. Everything is right. Call ahead seating.
Call ahead.
Book your party. Oh, they have an app now.
Chiefs move Pacheco to Bears? What?
No.
MP menu.
The pounding runner, Pacheco.
He let me down as far as from a bet standpoint in the Super Bowl, that's for sure. But of course, it didn't go well.
Bunny Hop Peach.
Not that.
Opening Day IPA. What did you say you thought it was? Kush Dank IPA. We need to try that.
Shift. That's the one he likes.
Hop Forward American IPA.
American IPA. Okay.
Thank God. They clicked this. Okay. Thank God. Bursting with tons of floral, citrus, and fruity character.
Kush. That's another thing with Kush in it.
It went well for Swift. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly sweet malts in the background, like the hops that take. Okay. That's one you've had in the store?
No, the Shift?
Yeah.
No, that's just one he's wanting to get in the store.
Oh, okay.
Because he thinks it's delicious.
Ooh, they have agave cocktails there? House cocktails? I think we should go to this place. When are we going to Tempe for anything?
Well, we've already gone to the Cub game this year.
Damn it.
Are you guys going to the Restless Legs tour?
No, I don't think so.
Damn. I really wanted to go to that. Wouldn't quite coincide.
Yeah.
It's just got out of surgery. Oh, that's all right. Just try.
Maybe we get better seating with that.
Yeah.
They'd have to wheel you to a special spot.
I'm in great pain.
Get the IV still in you.
I need to see Amy Poehler and Tina Fey up close.
Restless Legs tour. That's very funny.
Yeah.
MP Phoenix. They have 4 locations. Wow, they're moving. They're moving and shaking.
Yeah, there's that one that if
this would be closer.
The close one is I think it's the one on Roosevelt. Well, at least if you're downtown like for a baseball game. I think it's Roosevelt Row is that it's on.
Everything else is kind of the same.
Or somewhere in that area.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it is downtown, one of them?
Well, sort of. It's like when you're like at, as you're driving into Phoenix, and you're facing and you see the stadium. If you keep going that direction, not too far. It's actually within walking distance. We thought about walking there, but it was a little too bright.
214 East Roosevelt.
Yep, and that's you can then see Arizona Wilderness almost right across the street. So yeah, it'd be.
Is that near that whole like walkway of all those? Because like Arizona Wilderness has that like almost like very San Diego type place where it's like
the big beer garden. Yeah.
Is it near there?
Yeah. If you look across the street, that's where.
Oh, that's so
is.
funny.
Yeah.
I've walked by there. Then, like I said, when I went and saw Tool, when Jason and I had gone up there, we saw that. Who would want to drive into Phoenix? It's almost that time of year where you don't.
Yep, that's
Unless
true.
you're about to be in an air conditioned. Let's say you can go right from air conditioned car to air conditioned building.
Yep. Well, actually, we have the Sting concert on June 1st.
Oh,
so yeah, it got pushed.
What day is June 1st?
I don't know. Good question.
June 1st is a Sunday?
Oh, okay. Buy Sting tickets and come on up. Yes.
I hear it's right before June 2nd.
Yes, it is. And right after May 31st. Don't forget that.
Remember how you never have any meetings? Well, because I scheduled them all for
that's
March
right. I didn't think it was a real day.
I didn't think it was a real
95
day.
meetings or whatever it's called. Yeah.
How many meetings do I have today? 95.
Yeah. Yeah, Sting was also, there you go. You'll be at ProCon, so you won't be able to be there with us.
Yeah, Sting is going to be in Phoenix.
I had to postpone. He was going to be in toward the end of January, and he had to postpone based on doctor's advice because he had a cold.
They said wait for warmer weather.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Come back when it's really hot.
ProCon 2025 blinded by the bald.
Oh wow, is that what it's? Are there shirts?
No, yeah, are there shirts? Did someone make shirts? Did where is it? Where is that? Is it
American Financial Center or the Arizona Financial Center?
Oh, so not at Footprint.
But it's no, and I think I just read something the other day. Footprint is now called something else now.
What?
Yeah, look, it's more generic, like Phoenix Sport Arena or something.
Phoenix Arena.
Yep.
Okay.
It used to be, what was it? It was named after the airline.
Discover Phoenix Arena, the premier sports and entertainment
America
venue in
West.
Phoenix, Arizona.
It was America
West
Arena.
West Arena, yeah.
Back in the day.
It was that way
but
for a
yeah,
long time
Arizona
ago.
Finance, it's actually pretty close to there though, because I was going to park in a similar area.
Oh, gotcha.
I had parking reservations.
Official Google Doc is titled Prone Gone 3 Prone Strikes Back. Wow. I got a lot of grievances with every one of you. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was it after all the jokes. Would not be surprised at all whatsoever.
Yeah, this is good. Well, you can have the other one tomorrow.
I am excited about that.
See, I don't think it's too much older, but it's older.
Yeah, I don't know how fresh it was when you brought it over, but you brought it over 2 weeks ago?
Pretty fresh and we had just gotten it in, so yeah.
Okay. I'm shocked he's never punched me in the face, to be honest. Prone's a good guy. He knows. He knows.
Prone strikes back.
Prone would be more likely to just like kind of, go fetal position in a corner than probably actually punch you in the face.
Revenge of the Prone?
Oh, that would have been good. Revenge of the Prone. That's not bad.
Does this get 3.83? Okay.
Prone is just a much better person than all of us, honestly. I mean, to be fair, it's a low bar, but
he's the best of the.
He's the best of whatever we got.
But he's the best.
He's the best.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like the back end of that. Act 2 was not as good. They do any more of that?
Yeah, there was a little bit of that.
Oh my God.
But it's like you'd moved up to the front row, so you could hear him closer. Yeah. It was very entertaining. We were talking before about we listened to the Smart List podcast, and Amy Poehler was on it, and Amy Poehler and Will Arnett were spouses in
former
life.
lovers.
Yes. Well, that too. I hope they have 2 children.
At least twice.
Yeah.
I always loved that joke. Where it was always like, I always just pretend that my parents just had just sex the 3 times, twice, 3 times.
That's it.
And there was one extra one just to make sure that everything had worked out. He ever kicks his KFC gravy addiction? KFC gravy. You love me some gravy.
Gravy is good. It's good gravy.
That was delicious.
Yeah, that was very good.
Running out of space.
All right.
I hope this one meets
Star
our expectations.
Of the show? Well,
I hope so.
It's and at pick number 4.
Pick number 4. That's true. Pick number 4.
Just in order. Arc pick number 4, not necessarily.
Arc pick number 4.
Yeah.
It obviously depends on what you're in the mood for. Who knows what this one's going to be like? You would think this would, in theory, be the number 1 pick.
Yes.
At least for what I usually enjoy, like I said, on these kinds of things. But
Planty's going.
Got it right here. Have a good night. Got to keep getting ready for this trip. Planty, get ready for your trip. Please be safe. Hope to see some messages from you tomorrow. As always, have a good trip. Thinking good thoughts that the hockey team does well.
Going for some NHL?
No, it's like kind of minor league hockey.
Okay.
But apparently the team that Planty roots for, they win like all the time. Oh. I think they won it all, right, last year, and they're kind of doing it again. So, so yeah, it's like I said, and I think it's all because of the support that Planty and Justin give to the team. I think that's really what it is.
Of course.
Safe travel, exactly. Safe travels there. FPHL, fully participatory hockey league. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it stands for.
Wait,
I am a hockey. I'm very knowledgeable in hockey. I believe that's what that stands for.
HL stands for Hockey League.
Yes. I know that.
I got 50%,
that part. 50% of the time, I'm correct all the time.
Okay. Like Sex Panther.
Exactly. 100%. Actually, I think that's the name of the team that Planty roots for, Sex Panther. Stoney, how's it going? Good to see you as well. How are you? We've got the final beverage of the evening, Federal Prospect. I like that, I guess. I don't know. That sounds like you're about to be indicted for something.
Errol? No? Okay, no.
Fucking Porn Star Hockey League.
Oh, wow.
That's what it is.
Yes.
I knew it.
They use a different 100%. Kind of stick.
How is the stout? All I drink are stouts and porters. We're about to have it. You haven't missed a thing, Stoney. It's perfect. This is from Kirkland. This is from the end of last year, from 2024. But it made for Kirkland, but it was made by Deschutes Brewing, which we have always loved a ton of their beers, especially their barrel-aged stuff. Their sours, like a lot of those things, absolutely excellent. This is the Bourbon Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout Vintage Ale. So I'm going to
2024. Do you have a bottle opener?
I do. It's
good.
It's
I'm
not just happy to see you.
Oh, okay. All right.
I actually have one in my pants.
All right.
Also, I looked up, do you know what vintage ale like technically means? And not even like technically, but like, do you know why they would? Because when it was Imperial Stout, I was like, okay, what is this? Like, that's not what I would think of normally when I think of a vintage ale. Like, because usually it's been when you've brought over stuff from Trader Joe's.
And those usually come out at the holidays.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, vintage mean, at least in the Trader Joe vernacular, that's always meant a beer that comes out around the holidays season. But vintage, I don't know if that word necessarily speaks to the holidays.
It did not seem to.
Yeah.
I did a quick search. Like I said, it could be wrong. Anyone wants to correct me or knows this kind of stuff. When I looked it up, vintage basically just meant it is an ale that is meant to be aged. You can hold on. They're kind of intending for you to hold on to it for longer, keep it. It should get better. They kind of do it in some sort of I kept seeing references to like a wine type style. So there could be intentional oxidation almost on here to some extent.
Okay.
There could be, like I said, more like of those kind of fruity notes, like I said, some of that kind of coming through. So maybe that's where the whiskey plays a part of this, because this is a barrel aged stout. So
hopefully we like it. I have some more of these.
You do. You have a couple of these
at other gatherings. I also have Trader Joe's vintage ales from previous years as well.
It's not an ale that's been thrifted. No, it is not. Been to Deschutes a few times up here in downtown Portland. Their food is also fantastic. I am very jealous of that, Stoney. I would love to go to Deschutes. That is definitely more travel in the Northwest bucket list.
It's definitely more. It's definitely on the list of stuff I would like to do as well.
This is obviously one of the higher alcohol things we've had this evening. This one is 12%.
Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout.
I mean,
those words are all good. All those words are good.
I love all of those words.
Meat good.
Yeah.
Jam
meat
good.
Jam good. Custard good.
Custard good.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, so it's not that it has been at a thrift store. That's funny about the vintage. That's always.
Maybe it's pronounced vintage. I don't know.
Vintage. I think it's Italian. If you ever come up here, first of all, you better let me know. Second, also have to go to Rogue Brewing, 10 Barrel Brewing, and Great Notions. All of those.
All good things.
All of those. Stoney, you've literally named off some of my favorite breweries when I get stuff down here from them. Like I said, from Great Notion, Rogue, like all of those. Yes.
Great Notion, is that like some of the sours
that's
or
the
something?
Pancake. Well, that's the cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake sour. Yeah. That's the, it was the double dry hop. It was like double strawberry cheesecake sour. And then it was the pancake imperial stout, the maple syrup imperial stout one. Still have two of those.
Oh, that's good.
Good evening, Beverage Brothers. Happy draft day. Happy draft day, Sam. What are you going to be doing at Pick 21, Sam? It's time for you. You are on the clock. Yeah, they make all the funky, but they're so delicious. I know that's probably again, you were just mentioning not your thing, but yes, they would be 100% my thing.
Had some carrot cake the other day, and of course, I'm always reminded of the Drecker.
The Drecker. That carrot cake. I wish we'd have gotten another one.
Was it a carrot cake sour? No.
It was, it was.
No, I can't remember where it fell, but yeah, anytime I see on a can Drecker and carrot cake, I will buy it.
They have a stout that tastes like pancakes and syrup. Yes, Stoney, I literally have one of those in my fridge. I forget what the name of it is, but yes, I have one of that one is one of my favorites. We had that one on draft at one point. It was great. A carrot cake. It was not a stout. It was definitely not a stout, unfortunately. It was like I said, it was some sort of kind of sour-ish or sweet,
ale. It may have just been a ale, but it was, It
might have been a carrot. What's their smoothie? Carrot cake smoothie sour?
Yeah, they have that different line of all.
It was insane. It was yes, the double stack. Thank you. Yes, it is. That one is fantastic. This is the Vintage Ale Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. This was made for Kirkland, but it was made for Kirkland by Deschutes Brewery, Prague. So. Yeah, that smells good.
That's very approachable.
That smells good.
Approachably delicious.
That's what I'm talking about.
Approachably delicious.
Really hoping you do come to ProCon so we can go to Total Wine and go beer shopping. That would be an amazing experience, this beer shopping with all of you.
And you need to be having your phone on and be either live streaming that or have it to put it. No,
just have to live.
Just give some good footage and then upload it later or have it while you're doing it. Yeah, you guys would have to do that.
That would be funny. Steelers defense.
Believe me, guys, I'm pushing. I'm trying to get Andrew to do it. He should.
If quarterback
should.
falls, great. Would you be happy with Shedeur Sanders? Is that what you'd be okay with, Sam? For the Bears, I want whatever makes sense. Like, obviously, Genty is like an interesting, sexy pick, but I don't want to have to like move up too far for him or anything
Can you
like
imagine
that.
if we had Bijan? Remember a couple of years ago we almost had Bijan?
Could have almost had Bijan.
Yeah, that's good.
Genty might be gone by then. There is some weird talk that the Bears might move up to 5. You can't draft a miracle. That's fair. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's almost too drinkable.
It is.
It's very good.
I think this is going to taste better with some age.
Yeah.
This is because, like I said, this was end of last year. I'm glad you actually have a couple of these.
Yeah.
I think you need to save one of these for like a year.
Yeah.
And then that might be like a try it again thing, like almost next draft time
So I
or
shouldn't
something
break
like
him out
that.
at the pool party.
No,
Here, everyone.
No. Like,
Remember
no, what are you
Maryland?
doing? I just dive across. Like, you were not giving both of these
Get
away.
out your red Solo cups. Here you go.
Oh my
I'll
God.
just be
In a
too
solo
disappointed.
Keith does the most bastard thing he could do in his entire life.
It's only $10 a piece.
Don't the Bears still need edge rusher? I mean, we can always do more depth there, but we got more interior defensive line help already through free agency. We got another edge rusher in free agency. Again, are they the best of the best? No, but we definitely did get more help there. We'll have some other guys coming back healthy. So I honestly think we can pick anything else. I don't know if Amari and Hampton will be there in round 2, first of all. And I think if we're the Bears, I think honestly, like the smartest pick probably is to stay there and go with the trenches, either offensive tackle, defensive tackle, something like that's probably the smart move to do if they don't do anything else. If they can move up to 5 and only have to give up one of their 2 second-round picks and can get someone like Genty, that's cool because that didn't do too much. We still have a second-round pick.
Yeah.
We still have a 3rd. We don't have a 4th, but then we have everything else. So it'll be interesting to see how it falls. Like I said, I think the first three picks are all going to be chalk, and then after that, it's going to be interesting. Lyman replaced one of those high-paid online man. I don't know if you're going for a play on words there, or if you just type incorrectly.
Online.
You never know with Lucky. That's good. I think this knocks down a little bit though, because I think there's missing a little bit of depth in the body. I think the body is a little on the thinner side for what I would think of normally as an imperial stout barrel age. Like I think I'd want a little bit more richness there.
Yeah.
There's a little light chocolate, but it's almost more toward bittersweet, almost dark chocolate because it's a little on the thinner side, and that fruit is kind of coming through. So I kind of am seeing what they were talking about earlier. Like I said, when I read that thing about what a vintage ale is, because it almost has some wine characteristics, like wine whiskey characteristics are kind of blending together there. The fruit's coming through. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I would be very interested to see how this does, if it sits, if it gets a little bit more, just a little bit more heavy and stuff. Like I said, I mean, I know it's not getting any oxygen, but I just wonder over time if some of those flavors just get a little more robust and rich. But it's very good, especially too. This beer was, I think, $9.99, right? It was like $10.
Right. Yeah,
it was like $10 for a full 750 mil. So, like I said, good value there. The flavor is really good. I think there could be a little bit more, but maybe that just would take some time.
Yeah.
If it's funny, roll with it. I like it. Said it before. All I wanted to see was one Super Bowl in my lifetime. Everything else is a cherry on top. Yeah, and you've gotten at least a couple other cherries, Lucky. And I'm sure you'll get some more too before it's all said and done.
Oh, hey.
Well, he's going to ProneCon. That's what happens.
That's
when the cherries happen.
What happens at ProneCon stays at ProneCon?
Yeah, I think that's probably a shirt.
You don't even know half of what's going on there.
You don't.
They can't tell you. Legally, they can't tell you.
Legally, they can't tell you. Would like to see Minnesota trade back as they only have 4 picks in the draft right now, or take Morrison from Notre Dame. Oh, interesting. I mean, that was the thing. Like, everyone was kind of wanting to trade back, and this is the year where there's not as much blue chip talent overall, and it was like harder to find those trading partners. So I think some weird things have to happen in those top 10 for that to kind of start to coalesce. But again, I'm not an expert in any way. Just this is kind of what I'm hearing by watching the different podcasts.
I would like this to have a little bit more on the finish. And I'm also glad it's not that overly like sweet. Sometimes when that goes, like too far for me, I'm a little bit more, but it's deceptively drinkable.
It is.
And I agree with
smooth.
everything you've said as well, but it's good. And I think it will be better. And I wish it had a little more body.
Yeah. It's interesting too for the for the slightly less sweetness than I thought it was going to have. It's kind of lip smacking, like it's almost like oatmeal stout kind of thing, where it's like a little more sticky than I thought it would have been for what I'm getting in the glass. Again, it's still very good. And like you said, because of where they've hit this at, it's almost a little a little too drinkable. Yeah. Where you can just be like, oh, this is good. You're like, oh, that was 12% and you're on the ground.
Yeah.
So I think we've been spoiled as sports fans. Both franchises have raised trophies in our lifetimes. A little jealous you're enjoying your franchise quarterback time period and I'm stuck in quarterback purgatory. We all hit those spots, Sam. We all hit those spots. We had Tyler Thigpen at one point. We earned Mahomes. I know. I feel like the Bears have kind of at some point at least a place to start seeing some playoff games, like not even Super Bowls, but let's at least get to the playoffs.
What's funny, we've talked about that. I'm watching New Girl, and we were talking a little bit before in between that. The character, and I think also in real life, he is a Chicago fan. But there's
Nick,
a point,
where
they're talking about there are Cutler references. But this was early on. It's like 2011, 2012, and I was thinking, I was like, oh yeah, I guess that was when he was still relevant with the Bears. But it's just weird to think about because that seems like a long time ago. But then Brandon Marshall was what 2000.
He was
13. 14,
Brandon Marshall was nuts between the two. The two of them were kind of ridiculous.
I really thought that was going to be.
If he hadn't gotten injured in that playoff game.
Cutler?
Really Cutler. And that one, like I said, where we would have gone to the Super Bowl when we were playing. That was so absolutely frustrating. So we still almost won that game, even with bringing our backup quarterback in at the end. You're okay with Mason Rudolph as your quarterback? Sam, how much have you been drinking tonight?
Well, okay.
How much alcohol have you had, Sam? Are you okay?
Because that is saying
do you need to call a hotline?
Sam doesn't want Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Sam would love Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
No, he wouldn't. I mean, the Bears have at least seen a Super Bowl in recent memory over the Cowboys. I mean, that's fair.
Cowboys have won one been in a Super Bowl, I guess. Okay.
We've been in one more recently.
Yes.
That's what,
But not won one.
No.
When the Cowboys won, what? 3 or 4? 2?
I will stand behind him. He never got a fair shake in his first stint in Pittsburgh. Okay. Watch that team more than I do. They did it with Rex Grossman. If it only hadn't been in the rain, his tiny hands.
They won the first half.
They did. I still love, the
Devin Hester
audacity of the Indianapolis Colts. No, we want to kick to him. We'll kick to him. Yeah, he's going to run it back for a touchdown, you pieces of shit. He's taking you down.
I thought we were going to win. I saw that. I was
14-7 at one point.
I thought we're going to win.
And then... God, our cornerback just blew it there, like on that, let that touchdown go. Like said, Peyton Manning overrated. Don't get me started on quarterbacks with tiny hands. He didn't have man hands. He didn't. That was his problem. Like I think he fumbled twice there, like in that game at least. He said it had to be outside and raining. Prince of the Rain was magical. That is true. That's the frustrating thing. It's even more painful. Is like when you see people talk about that performance and everything else, then I have to remember that was also when the Bears did not win the Super Bowl.
And actually, too, there is a How I Met Your Mother episode where they're saying that they're going to all watch the Super Bowl together, and they've recorded it.
How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and they're all trying to not know who won. And obviously it's filmed way in advance of who's actually in the game. But the year and the game they're referencing is the Bears Colts.
Oh.
That's actually, and once again.
But they're referencing, do they ever say the teams?
No, they never say the team because you don't actually know it. But they're like, we've recorded the Super Bowl, but we can all be together tomorrow. We got to get the wings, and Ted has to go get the wings.
So they do it on Monday?
I think so, or they do it later.
There's
something. I think it's from the second season, but and that is the Super Bowl that they're referencing. So
apparently, Giants were aggressively trying to trade up to number 1. That's interesting.
That's funny, Sam. The rain. I don't think it was purple.
It should have,
but that would have been great if it was. I still remember
that song though, right?
I don't remember what
Excuse me,
song.
pardon me.
What I know he did Foo Fighters. He did The Best, and I remember thinking,
Oh, he did?
yeah, he did. He
Oh, I
sang
don't.
that song.
Oh wow!
And,
I should go back. I bet that's on YouTube. I should find it. I'll
because
send it.
because the Foo Fighters have a version of Darling Nikki.
Yes, have you ever heard that? That's
I have heard that. Well,
there's a lot of screaming in that song.
Well,
even more so than the Prince version.
Yeah.
It's on top. It's
And
on
also,
top.
have you? So you watched The Little New Girl? There was the episode that Prince was in. In fact, it was actually called Prince. It was so good. It was so funny.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
It was
Yeah.
like from season 2 or 3. So, is there a little bit more of that vintage?
There
ale,
is. You want
isn't
some
there?
more?
I would like a little,
Yeah,
little bit.
I wasn't sure where your spot was. So I
No,
was
the
like,
spot's good. That's why I didn't drink the tangerine. So I was holding out. Holding out for the stout.
hold now for the stout.
That's right.
Oh, I had a good thought, and now it just literally completely left my brain as we were talking there.
hate
Damn
that.
it. Yeah, it was so Prince Purple Rain we were talking about. Oh, I remember it was. See, I worked it. I'm sorry.
Yep, you
I'll
gotta
get
go.
back to what you were just wrote in chat, Sam, or I'm going to further
Yes.
this again. So we were watching, and I think maybe we've talked about this before. It's been talked about. Have you seen the whole thing with Parks and Rec basically predicted the Cubs winning the World Series?
Well, I know like they flash forward.
Correct.
Yeah.
So when they flash forward, they are in 2017.
Right.
I don't know when, but they're obviously not at the end of the season because it looks earlier. So they're obviously making reference to 2016, but they're walking around and it's Tom and it's the woman that he really likes, Lucy. Thank you, and
Chris Pratt.
Thank you.
Andy.
They're walking around and because they're in Chicago.
Yeah.
And they say something, and she says, "Well, now that the Cubs just won the World Series."
Yeah.
So they're referencing, in my opinion, 2016.
But I think they're actually in that because I think when I first watched it, I did that, and I think they're talking about 2015. I think they missed.
But
it.
they're in 20. Incorrect.
Okay.
Because I went and looked. Unless we're talking.
No,
about,
we could
So
be.
so
It's fine.
when I looked, because I looked it up because we were just watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god! I was like, when did they reference
Yeah.
this? So I had to look it up, and it said the year that they flash forward to, they are in 2017.
Okay.
And I don't know if they say another date, then
Okay.
I would
No,
admit that
I
I
could
was
be
wrong.
wrong.
But they're just standing there, and like I said, if there's some other reference to
Okay.
when they're talking about, but they say something, and then she's like, "Well, yeah, since the Cubs have won the World Series, I don't know if
Yeah.
she says just one,
Well,
or since they have
since-
one,
since
since they
the
have
Cubs
one, or
have-
just
yeah.
one, or whatever." And I was like, well, "God, that's probably just."
Yeah.
I mean, even within a year or two, that's still just like
Yeah.
such an amazing, like random prediction.
well,
So-
and that Back to the Future was so close in the 80s.
oh, what did that?
They predicted it for 2015. They're like Cubs won the World Series. Yeah, no, that was the
is
whole
that in
thing.
is that in 2?
I think so,
Or-
but I don't know.
Is that in
It's not in 1, obviously.
Oh,
but,
okay.
They,
Good evening, Pasta.
because they talk about that, and I remember, because the Cubs actually got to the NLCS that year. They didn't. They lost to the Mets. So there was like a possibility that could happen. But I think Back to the Future,
okay.
the newspaper I think predicts 2015 Cubs win the World Series. I think that's what it is.
Oh, that does sound right.
Yeah. Oh, they're on the clock.
I was just gonna see if, like, while we're sitting here for a couple seconds here.
Pat McAfee Show Draft Spectacular.
No, thank you. We just watch the regular one. Make sure this is. We have it on here just in case as we're hanging out for a minute if the pick comes in. As we sit here. Who is left still on here? Who do we have?
That's Greeny.
So it's Mike
Riddick.
Greenberg, Lewis Riddick.
Yeah. I saw Kuiper on.
If you're like a 50 or 60-year-old man, do you still want to be called Booger McFarland? Come on.
yeah, I don't know about
At some
that
point,
name.
don't you want to change it to Anthony?
Yeah. Maybe that's
I
what
find
makes
that's-
you stand out. You get picked out.
Snots McFarland.
You get picked out in a crowd.
God.
Yeah. So you're not blown away.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Stop.
I know.
Good news for the Steelers. I guess Will Levis will be available after tonight. Mills, I just saw that. That's hilarious. Be okay,
Giants
Levis.
aggressively trying to trade up to
Yeah.
number 1. Okay.
And Mel Kiper is 102 years old.
You know, it's funny. He was talking. I saw him on Dan Patrick on Monday.
I also heard him on Dan
Did
Patrick.
you? Okay, yeah.
I did.
He was talking about how he
Because how many years is it? Because he was talking about one of his most infamous, like, wrong.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I won't be back for a year or two or something like that. 83 or 84, I think. So it's over 40 years he's been doing this. So
I didn't know. Is Todd McShay not with ESPN anymore? It seems like he has his own thing now.
that
Remember
I
Todd
don't
McShay
know.
used
Yeah,
to
no,
be
I
like
know.
the
Used to be,
separate.
yeah.
So it seems like he
Yeah.
has his own thing. That, like I said, I'm out of touch on some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not out of time.
You're out out of touch.
I'm out of my head.
He is not.
I'm out of my mind.
Out of
He is
my
not. Okay.
head.
Thought so.
Well,
I like Louis Riddick.
Yeah, I was just about to say at the same time. Yeah.
Sorry, we've got
Yeah.
the feed on here for a second
Yeah.
in case. The
he,
pick is happening apparently.
When he's on Dan Patrick's show, he'll usually be wearing his glasses, and I'm like, hey, like his glasses are kind of like mine. Although they're a little lighter in color.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, oh,
you've got the dark glasses. Those are good looking glasses.
I watch now that I wear glasses occasionally. I will see what looks good on certain people, but
looks good on certain people.
Well,
You're like, what good? Is his face kind of like mine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I'm not black, so it doesn't work.
That doesn't work
go.
as well. Why is Roger Goodell riding out on a bike? Don't go too far.
Oh, isn't that a thing in Green Bay where they have there's something where they have like the rookies, I think, either ride a bike to practice. There's some Green Bay tradition.
Oh, really?
Where they ride
someone
ride
else
a
is
bike.
on a bike. Who are all these people?
All these people.
Bike riding thing
But
is so
isn't
stupid.
it a tradition like in Green Bay where they do that? Or there's something that has to do with Green Bay riding the bike either to spring practice or training camp or something like that.
Dang, Keith got more handsome. Didn't know that was possible. See, I'm telling you, it's a good look. The glasses are a good look. I think glass, like obviously, like I said, eventually I'll probably have to start wearing them. I can already tell like low light, like over the last like 6 months, like I got a little bit more. Like that's been the only thing. Well, it's weird because like I can like, and maybe that's the thing. Is it distance is still not as bad?
For me?
Because I work on these kind of monitors at this level like all the time and I can see everything.
Yeah.
But then it's when like go to read a can, I'm like, oh, I wish I had a little more light right now.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
That's how it started.
Is that the
with me.
tail of the tape? Damn it.
Yep. That's how it started.
Damn
with
it,
me.
it's happening,
and
Chad.
then it got to where like I'd be on register and I'd look at the stuff on our walls and I'm like, that's a little,
Yeah.
I can read. But then sometimes I think it correlates with how good of night's sleep I've had too. So I don't know.
Oh.
And
okay.
So
Maybe
anyway.
I just need a good night's
But yeah.
sleep. Kids give bikes to starters to ride into camp. Okay. Goodell brings
there's something.
Goodell
Yeah.
brings that Kermit the Frog energy. Oh my God. It's like,
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
just made me think of like the Great Muppet Caper or something like that, where they're riding through the park on the bikes or
Wow, look at all those people out there. That is a massive humanity.
The older you get, the harder it is for your eye muscles to focus. So I always thought, like for me,
When did Stone get here? Just now.
Stoney's been here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like remember we were talking about Deschutes and everything earlier.
Oh, that's right.
She was the one that brought in
I
the
see
comments.
all the purple, and I don't see any green until right now. So I forgot.
Rude.
I
Rude
forgot.
Keith.
I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. I was going to welcome
Goodell
you
sounds
in.
like he's having a Mitch McConnell moment. Oh no.
Oh no. Wait.
He's up at trains because having a stroke.
Do
Because I
those-
don't sport.
You don't
It's
sport.
fine. We're
You're
only talking for a
welcome.
few.
Yes, we're glad
it's all
you're
right.
here.
We're talking about lots of different
Yes.
things. But yeah, no, like it made me think of that or like the riding through the park. It's too funny. Oh, good. I'm glad that former
that,
players from Green Bay have really dressed up to come out
Was
this
that
evening.
Clay Matthews?
Yeah, that guy's a douchebag.
Star of Pitch Perfect 2.
God.
Have you seen Pitch Perfect 2?
I've not seen either of them.
Okay. There's
I
three.
like Anna Kendrick.
There's three.
But I don't really have any
Have you
news.
watched Woman of the Hour yet?
No, I need to see that, and
You
I
should
want to
watch
watch
that. I think
Up
you
in
should
the
like that.
Air.
Up in the Air.
I
Very
need to
good.
see those two.
Yep.
Clay Matthews, get off there. No one likes your ponytail.
Guy on the right looks familiar too.
Mon Green looks like he could still go. He kind of does. I thought that's who that was, but I was not sure. Is he wearing his own shirt? That seems a little random, though.
Oh, he is. We should wear shirts like that.
Or there are just pictures on it. How's Lil Wayne a Pack? He's been a Packers fan for forever. Clay Matthews is memeing out there. Okay. It looks like it's just in the middle of the field or area.
No,
maybe?
no, that was when they had that aerial shot.
Yeah.
They had the field,
Uh-huh.
and this was off to the side.
Oh, wild.
There were a few people. There were like rows of people in like a couple of sections, but yeah, this was off to the side. Oh, look at all the Bears fans though. And there's
Oh,
Detroit,
nice. There's a lot of Bears and
there's a
Detroit
lot of
fans there at the
Bears,
front.
Detroit, and Vikings
At
jerseys
the front
right up
there.
front.
Nice. Clay Matthews of the Trump message? Gross. I don't hear it, but gross.
Oh.
If that's true, that's nasty. I mean, I'm not surprised. Our other brother would not be surprised as well. He would not be shocked. Looks like the Titans are on the clock. All right. We'll watch one pick and then we'll wrap this thing up here.
Good. Yeah. Okay. We're down to 10.
Got 9 minutes.
Yeah.
9 minutes.
Tennessee
Titans. Like, I always think it's funny that they make them kind of wait. The Tennessee Titans know who they're picking. There's no one else they're picking.
They know.
Although I would love it if they came out there all Hunter and just literally destroy the whole
traded
draft.
Down.
I would love if they picked like Travis Hunter, Abdul Cart, like something like that, just totally wild. And they're like, what?
I was hearing something about like Bill Maher recently.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of lessened my enjoyment of his stuff for a while, but yeah, he like got to go. I don't even want
Has
to
he
get
gone
into
all
it.
Dennis Miller on us?
I don't know if it's quite that far, but like I don't know, it was weird. Like he got to go to the White House and it was like, oh, he was okay. And he was funny
that's
and
what.
Gary.
Yeah,
I was like,
once again, you've got to meet my friend from work.
did I say the same thing?
And then because he said then there's the thing that Larry David did in response to that.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
And it's called like My Dinner with Hitler, where to make fun of that. Like, oh, he's fine except for the this and that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, okay, so he's like, I'll try to find you a link and send
Please,
you that. So.
if you get that, if he sends that to you, I need to see that.
Okay.
Pull the Bears and draft a 3rd round quarterback first overall.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the.
Justin Fields could have been better.
You might be referencing.
What was you referencing?
Our previous
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That was our worst choice.
I try to forget that.
It's the only thing. Like the only thing I will ever push back on is usually people are like, "How did they not take Patrick Mahomes?" They didn't because no one else knew to take him either.
Right.
We didn't take Deshaun Watson, which now in hindsight looks pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the only one at the time that we did not take him. No one besides the obviously super amazing Chiefs knew really about Patrick. Them and the Saints basically knew about Patrick Mahomes. At that
time, I thought, oh my God, you got to pick this Deshaun Watson.
We're going to take Deshaun Watson.
He was he'd done so well.
Yeah, that was upset.
See, there we go.
See, and now, Lucky, you're looking like a genius as always. I mean, Andy Reid, amazing.
Not upset now.
Yeah, I wonder how far Shadur Sanders is going to fall. That's going to be interesting.
Boy, he really looks like Dion right there.
He does kind of. Not still, are you eyes Sam? Yeah, not anymore.
I'm still upset with him. Can you imagine anyone saying that?
No one. No.
What team would say
even
still,
on even
still
no matter
upset.
how much Crown Royal Lucky it had, he still would not feel bad about that anymore. Not at all whatsoever.
They're not going to take him first.
No, it's going to be Cam Ward. Like it's whatever his name isn't it Cam Ward?
Yeah,
right?
It's funny. I
keep wanting to say Cam Newton.
A guy that I work with, his name is Cameron Ward.
No way.
Yeah, crazy.
So I think it was the Bears. I don't know how open they were, but someone talked about it, and they said they were told to take at least 5 minutes.
Okay.
I can't remember if they said that 100% specifically, but they were like they were kind of encouraged, like, hey, you should take X amount of minutes.
Okay.
Have to run to the office to plug a drive into a PC. Oh my gosh, Lucky, you have to run to the office now? Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate you, Lucky.
Hope those are actual something that's happening. No euphemisms.
Let's hope it's not a euphemism. Okay. 100%.
I have to run to the office to plug a drive.
I have to go drop some kids off the pool at the office.
PC.
Well, they're calling somebody. They're showing it right now. This machine needs to be up and running. Gotcha. Lucky, drive safely. Who was in Baker's quarterback class? That's a good question. It was Baker Mayfield was obviously number one.
Isn't that, what's his name? From Josh Allen. Wasn't Josh Allen in that too?
No, really?
I
think you might be right, but that is
though.
Bonkers.
Yeah. It was the 2018 or 17?
2018?
Oh, Lamar Jackson, I think it said. Darnold.
Where's the? Can we just see? Can I just see round 1? How do I do that?
It just it shows draft. Yeah, Josh Allen. There's a picture of Josh Allen there.
Oh, okay.
Sam Darnold.
Oh wow! So that was
Lamar Jackson.
Is this
I think
the order? That can't be Is that the order? Compensatory? No, just give me the draft in order. Don't ask for much. 5 quarterbacks were taken: Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Lamar Jackson.
Yep. Yeah,
Baker
very
Mayfield
solid.
just got put in a better, finally got put in a better spot. I still don't think he's amazing, but obviously he's very good. For that, Sam Darnold kind of the same. That's the thing with any quarterback. They have to get in the right system that fits them, that they're actually being nurtured and helped through, taught the entire process.
Yep.
There are some obviously exceptions where they can just go in and just be great right away, but most of them need that. But yeah, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Lamar Jackson. Only Allen and Jackson have remained with their original teams, which obviously, yeah.
Yeah, Mayfield's moved around.
Interesting.
But
Good question,
found
Sam.
a home, yeah.
Roseman really got the short end of the stick. I don't think he was ever going to be a great quarterback.
Yeah.
Rosen, yeah, whatever. Yeah, did he go to the Cardinals?
Cardinals, yeah.
But then he was traded to Miami within a year or something?
Because they picked...
Because then they took the runner, the tiny man.
Little guy.
Yeah. Little man.
Why can't I think of his name right now?
He's still there.
Yeah, he's the Cardinals quarterback right now.
The current Cardinals quarterback.
Play baseball too.
Pick is in.
Oh my God, who is it? Why can't I think of his
organization or of his own skills? It's always probably a little column A, a little column B. Probably more the organization. They did not have the proper setup to have him.
God, I can see him. Why can't I pick?
Kyler Murray.
There it is. Whew. Woo. Woof. All right.
There we go. We'll unmute it for a split second here when he finally goes to say it. We know it's going to be Cam Ward, but it's fine. Oh, look at that. I even got the music in there just right there.
Nice.
Here it is.
With the first pick in the
Very quiet.
2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that.
That was pretty much, that's known.
Yep.
Mel's best available.
Everyone.
All of the other players
All
are
of the
still
other
good.
players.
I
Yes.
swear.
Everyone on my list except for Cameron Ward. Well, we made it. We
Kyler
podcasted long enough to see
we
one
did.
pick.
We got to see one
We
pick.
did
that's,
it.
That's not too bad. That is
Did
not
it.
too
We
bad at
did
all
it.
whatsoever.
We did it.
Now we see most. We had 4 beers and then we watched the draft. Now we
did
Mo's.
it. We did it. What is Schefter wearing? He's wearing a hoodie.
Remember to grab my AirPods so you're coming on the road with me. I love it.
All right.
All right. Well, not for very long. Adam Schefter is wait, trade alert. Oh, wait a minute.
He's wearing a hoodie.
A second-round pick, number 36. A fourth-round pick, number 120.
Cleveland trades pick to Jacksonville? What? Jacksonville is on the clock. They traded up to 2.
Number 2. Okay.
What?
Wait, what?
I thought we were done, but this is...
General manager in the NFL, James Gladstone, at the age of 34.
Jacksonville is actually on the clock right now.
And they know who they want.
So they wanted... Wow, Jacksonville is... I didn't get to fully hear it there. Did anyone else hear that? It was like a third, and I think there was
we
a
got
fourth.
lucky saying Sanders. Wait a minute. They've got Trevor... I still wouldn't have given up on Trevor Lawrence.
No, they
quite
have
yet.
not. No, they're trading up for Hunter. They're trading up. What's his first? I keep forgetting his
Travis.
first name. Travis Hunt. I wanted to say Travis. I thought that was wrong.
Fred Dreyer. Oh, wait. He played Hunter.
Yeah. Wow, good reference.
I know.
Steelers trade for Lawrence? Maybe. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be interesting, dynamic there?
Okay.
All right, we have to sit here for a couple
I
more
think
minutes.
he's... yeah.
That trade... the Bears called it the other day. I watched the press conference because weirdly I watch all of their press conferences. And he talked about he said, I think the top 10, like they said, I think the top 10 is going to be wild. That was what Poles said.
Okay.
The Jaguars already moving up as...
And they're high enough weren't they 5?
They were 5.
Okay.
No, they have to be trading up for Hunter, which is nuts. I don't know why, if you're the Browns, why you'd want to go down to 5.
Probably because
I had heard before the draft they were claiming the Bears had something in place with the Jaguars to go up to 5. I mean, the Browns could trade back and get Shedeur to 5. It still is interesting. Hi, Bevy Bros. Paco, it is good to see you. We are wrapping things up. It is very good to see you, Paco. Hopefully your evening is going well.
We didn't think I didn't think we were going to make it till a pick, and we've actually made it to 1. And now we're waiting for number 2.
Whenever this is done, we'll wrap it up. I've already got who we're going to go rate.
All right, I'm spending the night.
It's fine. What else do you want me to open up? I've got more Westward whiskey. Let's go.
Cocktails it is.
I could make a Carajillo.
Oh, which one? the one we like the best.
I think that one is
which is the original.
Yeah, the original Carajillo is good.
Yes, with the reposado tequila.
Reposado tequila is delicious.
Yes.
You're doing great. Browns trading back would almost be smart. Oh, I don't know. Browns picking Shedeur to ensure his career goes nowhere.
Unless the Steelers are trading for Deshaun. No, I'm just kidding. You don't want that, Sam.
Oh my gosh. 500 gifted subs right now, and Keith spends the night.
Yeah.
Do you have bunk beds when Keith stays over?
I just sleep right on the table.
We don't.
No.
Yeah. I would have to set up on the couch or something like that. Okay, Jaguars received 2nd overall pick, 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick all this year.
Okay.
The Browns received 5th overall pick, 2nd and 4th round picks from this year, and they get next year's first round. So they get next year's first round from the Jaguars.
Wow, they really want that.
I'd be okay. If I'm the Browns, I'm okay with I mean, that's tough.
No, I was just kidding. I can't imagine anyone
would
ever do that.
That's a hell of a haul. That is a lot of haul. Yeah, that is what they're saying right now.
Even I wouldn't do that. Pick is in.
Pick is in. Who is it going to be? Keith, what do you think? What did they trade up? They must have traded up for Hunter. Like, there'd be no one else they trade up for, right?
He's a pretty amazing talent. So I would.
Why is Adam Schefter wearing a cold pack around himself?
I know he's got like a hoodie on.
Is anyone else seeing Adam Schefter right now? I don't know what's going on there. That is the weirdest.
But it matches his tie.
It does.
Kind of I mean, it's all coordinated. It's just not necessarily good. No, just kidding.
Third on the clock trade between top 5 teams in common draft era.
Okay.
Pick is in. All right. What is this pick? And then we will go say hi to someone super awesome and wrap this second annual drafts, at least this one, into the draft. He's like, to be honest, Travis Hunter's probably like, Jacksonville or Cleveland? I'm not happy about either. He's like, can the Bears trade up?
God, Jacksonville was so close a couple of years ago to just getting over that hump. I mean,
you mean the part where they were up 31-0 and then they just
whatever?
threw
Yeah,
it all
that
away,
part, and
whatever it
even
was.
just the following season, just having a good year. But yeah, that didn't work.
Special Bevy Rose footed pajamas with your logo all over it. Oh my God, some feety pajamas.
Feety pajamas.
All right, here it comes. They're all very excited. There's a lot of Jaguars are patting each other on the back. See, I think this makes it less likely that the Bears wind up trading up then. Because I don't think they're trading with the. I feel that the Raiders are going to take Genty. Going to need Keith's fashion review, including his top 5 favorite and first 5 worst dressed from the evening.
Oh my goodness! What was that show that used to be? It was Joan Rivers and Melissa Rivers, and what was that on E that they did that?
That was crazy when they would do the red carpet stuff. All right, the pick is in. What is the 2nd overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft? The Jacksonville Jaguars
from Green Bay
traded up to the Cleveland Browns
to pick.
They have traded up to pick. I'm going to guess that they traded up to pick. I'm hearing right now a player, someone that plays football,
to be named shortly.
Someone that plays football.
Yes,
Roger Goodell is bringing out a bodyguard with him. Apparently.
We are here tonight to celebrate the 32 young men entering the NFL. I'm honored to take a moment to recognize.
I'm honored to let them get concussions for the next several years. I'm very proud that they will be hurting their brains for science eventually and for football earlier on.
Not my fault.
If you could do the review in your best Joan Rivers impersonation, even better. My God.
Yeah.
My God, what's coming on?
Both on and off the field.
All right, here we go.
And in the community.
Oh.
Tonight.
Here it is.
We
Okay.
are proudly joined joined by the 2024 Walter Payton NFL Man.
Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year.
Who? Who was it?
NFL Man of the Year, Walter Payton Award,
I know
named
that,
after
but who
Walter
was it?
Payton. Does he actually get to announce the pick?
He's going to, but who is it?
Oh, he said that thing. That's annoying. Keith would have to slap about 30 pounds of clay on his face to look like Joan Rivers. That's true.
Oh, wow. That's true.
She alive?
No.
I feel like she's dead.
Yeah, there was, I think, like a wrongful death thing going on at one time.
Probably during a surgery.
Oh, Eric Armstead. Oh, he's actually on the Jaguars.
Oh, it is Eric Armstead. Well, he was going to either be out there for the 5th pick or for this one.
Was he? Oh, okay. All right.
Right?
Oh, that's
Because
true.
they have the 5th.
Okay.
It's
all
not
right.
like they traded up from
All
some
right.
random. Yeah, she died.
Yeah.
Paco. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. He would have
Is
been
he
for
can't
their
read
pick.
the pick.
He's going to.
Is he? No way.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
That's
with
probably
this.
what, like you said, they had him either for the 5th pick or the 2nd pick. But that's good because they want to promote the Walter Payton Man of the Year. I get to play with.
You should say that. That would be amazing.
Second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Okay. That's what we figured.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we
I get to
that's-
play with Travis Hunter.
That's what he should have said. I
He
think
should
that would
have.
been amazing.
Yeah.
That would have been super cool.
Yep.
I would have loved that. Ugh. All right.
Well, we got 2 picks. I like it.
Yeah. All
I
right.
like it. I'm
Everybody
happy with
else, continue watching the drafts. Thank you once again for everybody hanging out and watching as we went through 4 beers. All of them, well, for you, 3 out of 4.
3
For
out of
me-
4.
For me, 4 out of 4.
Yep.
3 out of 4 of them were really good. Like I said, for you, like I said, probably one you'd probably never get again, I'm sure.
Correct.
Would the other 3 you would buy again?
Absolutely.
Okay, there we
Yes.
go. There's the official review right there. But let's wrap things up on this draft day for 2025. And let's go say hi to Jav, who is playing some Blueprints, one of my favorite games right now as well. It is super, super fun. If you love puzzles, if you love roguelikes, if you love just kind of, like I said, it's got a very cool, chill atmosphere, all of those things. Please enjoy your draft and sleepover. Paco, appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody
Thank you,
being
everybody.
here.
Yeah, we had a good night. Good time.
But yeah,
Thank you all.
Let's go say hi to Jav, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 Eastern. You will see him in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it'll be a couple weeks.
Be a
but we'll
couple
see you
weeks. Then we will podcast again. We'll come up
Yep.
with some really good stuff, and then maybe in the next month or so, we'll get the store going up again because I have had people ask about that with merch and things.
some
So
shirts.
we will
That's
get
right.
that officially working as well. So again, thank you guys all for being here. Always appreciate it. Always a super fun evening. Until next time.
Until next time.
Good night, everybody.
See you, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good night.